Okay, welcome to the pod. I will be hosting today. These are my other co-hosts, Mike and Todd. I'm Luke. We're a couple realtors from Reno, and we're just here to chat about some inside stuff we know, inside baseball, about the town. We're gonna have people interviewed on here that anybody can bring in, and I think that there's a lot of cool people who live here with lots of cool things to say. Small business owners, stuff like that.
If anyone has a suggestion of people they'd like to see on the show, please let us know.
Yep. And then, so I guess to start out the show, we're going to go into some background. So who wants to go first?
Todd, start us off. Tell us a little about yourself.
Todd Boak. I am a recent transplant to Reno. My wife and I moved out here about a year ago.
I'm just going to go ahead and clarify for you, he is not moving from California.
I'm from Chicago.
There you go, baby. Midwest.
Midwest, baby, all the way. Big Ten.
Yes.
So I had a realtor's license in Illinois. I had just gotten it. I started in commercial, got my feet wet there, and realized that, and true to my passion, houses and residential stuff is really where I needed to be. And shortly thereafter, we decided to make a move out here to Reno. Daughter and son-in-law live here. Other daughter lives close. Hey, no income tax, right? 300 plus days of sunshine, and dudes like you guys. So yes, that's me, and I'm with Dickson Realty and loving it. Got my first listing coming up here.
Attaboy.
Right?
Nice. What can you tell us about it?
3-2, 3-bedroom, 2-bath,
Nice.
1,900 square feet. It's
Nice.
in South Reno. It's on about a third of an acre. Good dude who's looking to move out of state, and a friend of my wife's. So
Perfect.
Is it in South Meadows or is it on the other side?
it's just off of Zalezi,
Okay.
over by the
Perfect.
golf course.
Can't disclose
nice.
the address just yet. But,
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
give us
Keeping
an
this one
idea
close to the
where-
vest
where
for a
it's
minute.
Todd,
Oh.
while you're at it, tell us a little bit more though. Like now that you came to Reno, what is your things that you like to do on your free time?
Oh my God, there's so much to do here. So first thing we did was we bought a divorce boat, a tandem kayak.
Oh, nice.
And Beth and I have been hitting lakes every week, a new lake every week. Love going up to Tahoe. On the side, I'm a ski instructor at Mount Rose. So I love to get my powder days in and teach kids and folks how to ski. What isn't there to do? We love to hike, bike, camp,
Yep.
swim, explore, the hot springs. Oh my God, right? So we're big time outdoor people and love to get out and meet folks and enjoy ourselves.
Love
Have
it.
you enjoyed the experience so far? How long have you been here?
A year, almost a year to the day.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah,
Now,
nice.
comparatively to Chicago, what do you?
We
What do you
haven't
think
looked.
about our-
We haven't looked back.
You haven't? Okay.
No,
I've been to Chicago. It's actually a really, really cool
it's a
town.
good town,
I
and
liked
I've
it a
got
lot.
family there. And I just was back from my father's 80th birthday, which was cool to see everybody. But no, we really aren't looking back, and we are doing everything we can to put some roots down here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard that the summer there is worth how hard the winter is.
summers are wonderful.
I've heard it's like the
Winters
greatest summer
suck
city
ass.
ever.
What about 50
Right.
below in gray days?
Yeah, God,
do you
no.
like?
I've been there in winter and I've been there in summer, and it ain't the same. I'll tell you that.
That's for sure, man.
Jesus.
That's for sure.
From my opinion, and I've only been there a couple times, that what I got out of it is it's a little bit like Reno's weather to an extreme. So in the summertime, extremely hot but extremely humid, making it a little more
Very true.
extreme.
Very true.
And that winter, the snow comes down and you get that chill factor, you get that wind factor, and that will just cut right through you.
It's so cold, you just don't go outside. Your cars don't start. You know, it's
Oh my
just-
God.
it's bad. I'm gonna leave with one note here. Go Cubs.
Oh, attaboy. Northsider.
Cubs.
So
Yeah.
actually,
We got a win yesterday.
June 10th through the 12th, I will be in Philadelphia.
Nice.
And I will be attending on the 10th the Phillies and Cubs game.
Fire.
Way to go.
Fire. Those are two good teams.
Yeah, right on. So enough about me. Who are you, brother?
About me.
Yes,
What is
go
there
for it,
to
Mike.
tell? So Mike Givens here. I'm a realtor at Dickson Realty. Been here quite some time. I am a fifth generation, born and raised in Reno. There's not much about this town I can't tell you about. I could tell you as a kid, I'm not going to lie. When my parents told me that we were going to one of her friend's house or their friend's house and it was over off McCarran, I would complain to my parents. I thought we were going to be in the car forever, and all we were doing was going to McCarran.
Literally.
That's how small it was when I was a kid here. A little bit more about...
the strip club?
No, that was to my parents' friend's house. It was off McCarran, and it literally I felt like I was going to the outskirts of town, and I'd be in the car forever, but it was like a 5-minute drive.
Where did the freeway end going south when you were growing up?
Pretty much Mount Rose Highway.
Yeah. It's funny how much bigger it gets each. Like when I was a kid, it ended over by Galena. Yeah, Mount Rose Highway, and then now it's like, it's just weird to see how. And then when my dad was in high school, it ended at like Plum or something like that. It's just crazy.
I remember too as a kid, right? We got a lot of family up in Virginia City, still got some up there, and holidays would be up there. And man, I'd pack my blanket, I'd pack everything you can, pillow in the car. I felt like I was going to be in that car forever. And Virginia City's, 30-minute drive from here. I felt like it was just a road trip.
Yeah,
so
it's crazy.
I remember that. What else about me?
What do you do? How do you spend your time?
So I'm the president of the board of Big Brothers Big Sisters. I've been with that organization since 2015 or 2016. I'm also on the board of directors of Reno Rodeo. I spend a lot of my time at not just that rodeo, from rodeo to rodeo, all around the areas.
Did you grow up roping or?
My grandfather was a rancher. Yeah. So, and then my other free time, I'm not going to lie, I'm also on the board of directors of Reno American Little League, where I've been my kids' head coach for about 5 years, going on about 8 to 10 seasons with it. It's a bittersweet moment. I think this might be my last season coaching with him and these kids.
Wait, how old is he?
He's 11, but after this season, I think he'll go strictly into to travel ball.
Nice.
High school prep teams and stuff like that. So
Starts getting serious.
Yeah, and for me, I'll get to sit in the stands and cheer him on the whole way through.
Nice.
Other than that, in my free time that I don't have too much of.
Yeah, you're a well-connected dude.
I really, really like to golf.
Nice. Sweet.
Yeah.
I've seen you play.
And how is he?
Not that good.
We'll have to see.
No.
We'll have to do a golfing episode. We'll have to see. What is your golf game like,
I
Todd?
guess now,
Grip it and rip it.
I like it.
I guess the new challenge has came to the table here.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we know what one of the next episodes could consist of.
That's exactly what that'll
A
be.
day on the golf course.
I like it.
I like it too.
We can make it happen.
That's the thing about Reno. You can go ski for the morning and come down and play 9 holes in the afternoon.
Right. And there'll be snow on the mountain and no snow down here.
Absolutely. Love it.
Usually, sometimes. Well, it's interesting because most people in Reno are transplants. So when you meet someone who's been here with their family for so many generations, I feel like that never really happens. So like, what does it feel like being historically from here and seeing how it's grown to what it has? As you're a realtor, you see the growth firsthand. What is that like, and do you like the growth or do you not like the growth?
I love it. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I love it. It was always a small town.
Yeah.
But
Would that be the biggest little city in the world?
That is. It's biggest little city.
Yeah, because you run into a lot of people who are locals, and they're like, I want it to stay small. I want, the small town mindset and keep things how, or the people who are like, let's keep Reno weird and like keep it kind of like Portland Junior in a way, with like a lot of the artsy stuff and the historically kookier things that Reno has, like casinos, stuff like that. What are your thoughts on like casinos maybe being on the, not as popular and it becoming more of a bigger kind of mountainy town? Is that a good thing to you?
Well, in the end of the day, there's nothing I could do to change the inevitable.
That's
Reno
true.
is a very desirable place, and
Amen, brother.
there's nothing we could do. So
Right.
why would I be upset about a growing
Right.
place that I've loved to watch grow and
Yeah.
everything else like that? I mean, but Luke, you're from here too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you-
it's crazy.
You haven't seen it as many years of growth as I have, but
Right.
you've got to see a tremendous growth yourself.
Yeah, I feel like I'm born and raised here, and I feel like I grew up in South Reno, and that was pretty like not as developed as I grew up by Galena, and it's really changed a lot over there. And like there all these new little like strip malls and things like that. Like the Summit Mall wasn't there. Like all this stuff has gone that direction, and like warehouses are all over there now, and it's like it is really crazy, but I do like it. Like I like how the bigger Reno becomes, the nicer things we get. Like nicer food. I love Ranchera. I love the stuff like that. Like I like bigger cities because of the perks of that, like better food, better things, and like I'm a huge fan of it. More business here, more opportunity for everyone. I like all the perks of that. Better stores, better shopping, better food. I don't think
We keep coming back to food.
Oh, clearly I'm food motivated.
Well, we know
I'm like
what
a dog.
episodes maybe 3, 4, and 5 are going to consist of.
Literally.
Most likely.
Literally.
I'm always looking for
Some
the place for
restaurants,
like
right,
best
right,
burger.
right,
and-
exactly.
Right. And
Yeah.
like when I was growing up, I was like, oh, the food's not that great. But then you go to a bigger city and you're like, oh, they got this and they got that. Or like, and I spent a lot of time in Orange County. My girlfriend went to college there, and I love all the stuff, the perks of those places, like Southern California. And then now like Ranchera was built, and that to me feels like Southern California. So I'm like, I love it.
So I laugh about that as a big avid baseball person.
Yeah.
And coaching for so many years, one of the goals in life is to take my son to every single major league park.
Wow.
Oh,
So,
nice.
a couple of years ago, before when they announced the A's, their last season was going to be at the Coliseum, I said, buddy, we got to go check out this park before it's gone. And so I took him to his first experience in Oakland. And, we stayed down in Lincoln Town Square and everything else like that. Really cool. There's this cool, like, restaurant area with a bowling alley in it and a bunch of cool stuff to do. And, a couple of days, and he goes, why do we live in Reno? This place is so cool. Can we move here?
Yeah.
And I said, stud, you got to understand, we are in Lincoln Town Square, okay? Let me take you to a little bit of the other parts of town, and maybe on our way to the ballpark, you pay a little attention to the areas of what we're driving by.
Sure.
And, an 11-year-old, I get it. We're in this little tiny area that has got the cool stuff to do, and he thinks it's so awesome. And I was like, buddy, you gotta venture a little bit more outside of this little area
He's
to really
11.
get an understanding.
He's 11.
Yeah.
Right. And like, I feel like growing up here, whenever I did go to a bigger city, I was like, why am I living in Reno? And then the older I got, I'm like, well, it is a great place to have a family. It is a great place to have, settle down and like, if you like outdoorsy stuff, but if you also want to Tahoe's like, in my opinion, my favorite perk of living here. Like, you get to go do that all the time.
30 minutes away.
Yeah.
I
just grew up going after
Wow.
school all the time. And like,
it's the crown jewel.
it's insane. And like, to get the coolest lake in the country right by your house is crazy.
And cold as shit.
I remember, as a high school year, I was ecstatic. I only had 2 classes in the morning, and
Yeah.
I had my pass to Mount Rose, and I couldn't wait for that bell to ring. The first thing I did was hop right in that car and head up to Mount Rose every day after school got out. I was looking forward to it.
Totally. And I
You're
went to
singing my music.
Yeah, I went to Galena. The kids literally, the skis are in the back of the car. You just go, you're already on Mount Rose Highway.
Right.
So it's super unique to grow up here with that, I think. Like, not many other cities get that unless it's like Salt Lake or like Bishop or something like that.
Well, growing up in Chicago, obviously, it's flat. We didn't have that.
Right.
We had the lake, which is great. But like Sky Tavern, how cool is that? Right? Where all the local kids go and learn how to ski and
Right.
up there on the weekends. It's so cool.
A good question for you. How does that work, right? My kid would love to, he wants to learn how to ski. But crazy enough, as long as I've lived here, I've always gone to the other mountains, and I've never done anything with Sky Tavern. But I hear it's amazing, especially, for kids and the families.
Well, it's right up Mount Rose Highway before you get to Mount Rose. It's not as high, not as many lifts. I'm not sure if they're making snow yet up there or not, but the program has been in existence for it's like 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, here. I mean,
And
I
think you
hear from
join.
everybody.
It's a membership deal, right? And it's cheap from
Yeah.
what I saw. It's a couple $100, and I believe you and your kid or kids, I think it's like an 8-week program, maybe 10-week program. And from a parent standpoint, it's all volunteer. Pretty much everyone
wow.
up there is volunteer.
I didn't know that.
So it's all about the kids and all about teaching and, well, it's sports. It's life.
So like, if my kid wants to go, right? Does that mean that I got to go serve
Yeah.
hot lunch on the trays?
You
and
learn how to
I got to
coach
volunteer for
or
him to
train
to be
or
able to do that?
right, help people park cars or flip burgers or whatever you got to do.
I could do a couple of those. I snowboarded my whole life. I could teach
Nice.
that. But if it came to teaching skiing, I probably would like to learn with him.
Yeah.
I know a good ski instructor.
Can I get his contact information?
It will be in the description below. But I think that as far as like when it comes to real estate, what has the current kind of state of Reno been like that you guys have seen, especially this year, right now, in comparison to last year or the year before? Because I personally feel like, well, you can see right now the market's gearing up. Like there's more and more sales right now.
Spring has sprung.
Yes. And why is spring so important to realtors?
I think it's a new beginning, right? It's warming up. People are outside. People are looking for change, just like spring brings. Being a transplant and a recent transplant at that, it's not cheap to invest and live out here from a house perspective. We moved out with grandiose plans, and right now we're still renting, looking for the right place and the right opportunity and all. But why spring? I think it's a combination of all that stuff. Thoughts from you?
I don't know. Do you think that it's people's New Year's resolution? The new year started. Let's
Right.
start this.
Make
start
change.
this year off strong. Let's make some
Right.
change.
Change is good.
In general, right? Yeah, spring really kind of gets it going. But I see a consistent year round. It relatively stays busy year round. Actually, year after year, some of my actual most closings take place in November and December. November,
It's
December,
crazy.
January. A lot of people are afraid of the winter, which I don't know why. It's also, I think, holidays and stuff like that, but
Are they moving in or moving out?
both.
I think people think there's like a conception that like you can't move in the winter, like you need to hunker down for it. But
Well, in
like
Chicago,
what you're saying,
that's true.
True. They might die.
Yeah, I
if they
can
go
see that. But no,
But it
typically-
seems like that's a misconception.
Yeah, typically year after year, my highest sales are a lot of times November, December, January, and I don't know. I also feel maybe more serious buyers as everyone's kind of getting the holidays in and worrying about that. Those that are really serious about maybe buying or whatnot or need to get out of their house and sell, they've always been busy months. So I don't know why people are afraid of winter. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right? Me too.
I know you hear
All right, so dude, how's your game? Really?
my golf game.
Yeah. You like to golf, so I'm assuming
I
you
love
have
golf,
game.
yeah. I was a member at Somerset for 12 years, but prior to that, I actually picked up golf club at like 6 years old.
Okay.
I played baseball my whole entire life, though, so I had a wicked.
So you tend to pull it?
Oh,
you had the slice. I got the slice too.
Oh
I got
yeah,
the
that's a baseball thing.
The power fade.
In
Yes.
my early years
Same.
of trying to mix, my grandfather put a golf club in my hand, took me a course when I was like 6, playing baseball. I mean, I had a slice like no one can imagine from that baseball swing, and I didn't even get relatively anything decent at golf until I was done playing baseball, and probably like in my early 20s, because at that point I could actually learn to identify the difference between a baseball swing and a golf swing. But
It's so different.
I haven't
Is it?
been playing as much, but I'm a 9 handicap.
A 9 handicap. Okay. Sweet.
Dang, well, he's got handicap, and I don't even know, so that's clearly a judge.
No, you are
who's
handicapped,
good.
brother.
Yeah, right. That might be.
I mean,
that's my swing. Yeah, that's my drive lately.
I'm not counting, the hidden balls that I keep in my pant leg. That,
The shoe iron?
Yeah, that you got
Yeah.
to drop from time to time or whatnot. But
I'm traditionally a bogey golfer. I got a little game, but it's
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm probably about the same. Yeah, like getting 1 or 2 under or over each time. Yeah, we're getting there.
yeah, it's fun. I just
You're as good as often as you go, I feel like. So you got to make a lot of time.
not true for me. Like, I'll go after not playing, and I'll
be the
usually
same?
come out par, and then I blow up.
Nice.
and I'm going to tell you the same. If I don't play for the winter, I don't play in a long time. If I'm going to play for money, it's going to be my first handful of rounds.
Absolutely.
Because I also just forgot about every bad habit I had.
Oh,
And just
yeah.
go out there and have fun and just swing the stick. And
Exactly.
that's when I usually put up my best scores.
Good walk in the park.
beginning of the year.
Interesting.
I'm going to take Luke out one of these days, and we're going to have a challenge, 1 beer per hole,
Oh my
and
God.
then see how it goes.
He's 11.
Right.
I said Luke.
Oh, sorry.
Luke out, 1 beer. Believe me.
Right.
I wish that that
See
would
what
happen with
happens.
him. But if we go to dinner or
The beer
somewhere
Olympics.
and I put a beer anywhere near him, the first thing he does is you give me this death stare, like you
The
better
stink
move
eye?
that. And if I don't move it, it's like, can you please move that?
Wow.
It's like, yeah, no, he doesn't.
That's funny. Good kid.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we'll see when he's older.
Yeah, we'll see. It still tastes terrible when you're a little kid. So, but as far as other questions, I do think that a lot of realtors, I feel like, focus on talking about like the best like places to eat in town. Do you ever see those videos? And in my opinion, they're not right. Do you guys agree with this?
Okay, well,
What are
now,
your thoughts?
now you're going to give us the question. You're going to actually go ahead and start this one off.
Okay.
I want to hear your opinion. Okay, so if someone were to go out there and say that
Start easy. Best burger.
to me the best burger, that's tough. I don't eat burgers as much, but Royce Burger.
That's what I've always heard. I've honestly never been there, and that's ridiculous. So I can't even give an answer on this. But I've heard that's the
Royce
best one.
Burger.
Yeah.
Oh, so
That's
we
pretty
got another
good.
Royce Burger fan.
Yeah,
What about
for
you?
sure.
Is that up there on there, or is it?
Oh, it's got to be my top.
You know, an honorable
Top.
mention that nobody's talking about is I was already talking about Ranchera earlier. But
Don't
have you
say
been to,
In-N-Out
have
Burger,
you been
whatever
to,
you say.
Well, that's living out west. You have to be in. That's in the top 3 already. But the Armando's Son Butcher in there. Have you guys eaten a burger there?
I have not, but I know exactly what you're talking
You
about.
need to.
Yeah.
There's a
I've been to the butcher shop. I haven't had the burger.
There's a bar next door that's pretty sweet. I love it. You like pour your own beer, and it's super cheap during happy hour too. It's ridiculous. But they have a little window in between. You can order a burger from the bar, and they'll just push it through the window. And the burger is like you get to pick whatever meat they have, but it's straight from the butcher, so that's really nice. But that might be my favorite, honestly.
I'm gonna have to try that.
It's intense. They're like probably like $25 for the burger, but it's really good. And no one's talking about that. It's inside of a butcher shop. That's how Nevada is that.
Or how about what's the sandwich shop you turned me on to? Deli-Town?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Deli-Town.
Another sandwich shop inside of a gas station,
Yeah,
right, dude? I'm
exactly.
like, what the hell?
And if we're gonna go back to that, when I'm 18 to 25 years old, I worked at Western Nevada Supply, and Butcher Boy used to be right down Rock Boulevard before it had moved. Their sandwich, burger, anything you could get in there, they actually had even though it was a butcher shop too, they had a place in the back to get sandwiches, you name it. They were unbelievable.
Do they still do that?
I haven't been. I
Yeah.
don't even know if they're still on the south end of town. I think they are.
Yeah,
but
there's
I
that one in
imagine that they
Plumgate.
do.
Plumgate, they have it. I just haven't. I've only bought from the counter. I don't know if you can do that, but that's sick. Because who doesn't want it straight from the butcher? That's like, wouldn't
Exactly.
you think that that's the best possible option?
Well, isn't this an old cow town?
Exactly. And I think Armando's is connected to that. Like somehow my dad worked for I think they are connected. There was a company here for a long time called Sierra Meat Company. And I think they're the same family or something like that. So just still deep Reno roots. So that's super cool too.
All right, let's the next
Yeah.
pizza.
Ooh.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I think the pizza in Reno is pretty weak.
I could agree.
There's going to be haters for that, but I think you're from Chicago.
I'm staying quiet.
Okay, so you're from Chicago.
He's abstaining from the question.
Is deep dish good? Do you like it?
Deep dish is, well, I grew up with it, right?
Yeah.
So it's the bomb. It's the best for me.
Dang.
And most people would probably agree that live in Chicago, but I haven't had a good pizza out here yet.
Okay, so I'm going to throw
I go to
this out there,
Costco and
though.
get my pizza.
Luke, did you go to the University of Nevada?
I did.
You did. Okay. Were you a fraternity or anything else like that?
I was for a few months.
Okay.
And then I was like this.
Okay,
That sounds like a story.
I'm going to give two.
Some funny
that
stories.
And I just want your opinion. Pub and Sub
Oh, okay.
and JJ's.
Okay, I am familiar with both establishments. Those are good, like, bar food pizzas. Like, Pub and Sub is a classic, I feel like. You can't go wrong with that because it's just like a regular pizza that I'm trying to have a beer out of a pitcher. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like gentrified pizza. It's like
Okay,
old
then we're going to go
school-
back to what Pub and Sub also, and I haven't been there in a very, very long time, and months ago I went there and got a sub sandwich.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you, I know I've told you Deli Town, but those Pub and Sub sandwiches are pretty dang good too.
I haven't had one since college, but I remember really liking it.
I think the best sandwich I had was a restaurant you took me to, right, Mike?
Was that Coney Island Bar?
Coney Island Bar.
What was that? What was the sandwich?
I didn't know they had
forgot.
food.
It was a roast beef, and I think it was on Tuesday, and it had
Oh.
been marinated in the spaghetti sauce, if I
Yeah.
remember
Oh my
correctly.
God.
Oh my God, is right.
They put the roast beef in spaghetti sauce, and then they pull it out, put it on some French bread,
Oh, it was killer.
and
I never knew
Yeah.
that I didn't even know they had
What's
food
that
there.
drink? What's that local drink you made me have?
pecan. Yeah.
My teeth were
Yeah.
rattling
Next
after
time,
one
next
of
time
those.
we go though, I'm gonna make you have 3, not just the one.
No, I have a family friend who likes to say that with pecans, it's
Is it a pecan or a pecan?
I guess pecan.
Nevada or
Oh, it's in Nevada.
or Nevada?
It's the Nevada thing.
They say it's Basque, but to be honest with you, it's you can go to other states that have some Basque-related, restaurants and stuff. You won't see the pecans there either.
well,
it's a local
and he
thing.
says 2 is not enough, or sorry, 2 is too many and 3 is not enough.
Oh my!
No, I think it was.
I had one
One's
that was
not
Something like
enough.
that?
One's not enough. 3's too many.
Yeah. Well, it's like the big answer here is you got to keep drinking them because it's all alcohol basically. It's a glass of alcohol.
With
My
a
next
twist
challenge-
with a twist of lemon.
Yep. Exactly.
My next challenge, or maybe one of these episodes of a podcast, will be us sitting at the Coney Island. Now the rule
Right.
is, you drink pecans, but you can't get up.
Oh God.
And then after about 6 or 7 of them, then you could get up.
Oh my
And then we
God.
see what
I'm not
I
sure
like
you
it.
can get up.
I like it. No, that'll be a challenge.
I think
And
that's
then-
called
'Cause I
fall
feel
off
like
the
they
stool.
don't. I feel like
Right.
they don't hit you until you've stood up.
Literally. I was trying to think of like things to go with that or like activities for realtor stuff, and I was like, pecans and property taxes.
Oh my God!
That's like it's so stupid.
How about pecans and federal income tax?
Yeah, exactly. Keep it on topic. I would start saying some stupid stuff if I got 6 pecans in me.
What else are some of those little hidden gem
That's such a Reno thing. Like,
places that
yeah.
you feel just got some incredibly good food? You got any you stumbled across that's not like this
No, I'd have to pull out my list. I keep a running
big,
list.
like this big restaurant you're pulling, but like something small.
the thing that I can answer this directly. It's Casal's halfway club.
Casales, yeah.
Yeah,
Casales.
yeah.
Cash only.
Exactly. Now
So
that's
you have been
old
there.
school Reno.
I like it.
It's just like the Coney Island. I mean, it's down the street, but it's like nobody knows about it. I lived here and I didn't even know about it until like 4 years ago. Isn't that crazy?
Well, you're just a babe in the woods.
I've probably
Right,
eaten there
but
over 100 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's as small as it gets. There's like 4 tables.
I don't have that much cash.
Dude. And pecans, they do pecans there. That says
do.
enough about its Reno-ism.
All right, so y'all have had these pecans in various establishments.
I just learned how to make them.
Is there a special place that makes them better than anyone else? Is it pretty straight up? This is the mixologist version of Reno
I feel that this is one of those that we would ask anyone in the comments below to give us their argument on this one, but
Give us the recipe.
no, I know the recipe and I'll tell you, but
It just started off as a good day today. Getting my wife out of the house, that was all normal, but I went to Costco. I went to
Did you try all the
Costco
samples?
gas.
Did you try all the samples?
No, hell no, I don't do that. I don't touch that stuff.
Come on, man. Dude, you want the cheapest place in town to go get lunch?
Well, it's
Costco.
free. Well, it's not free. It's going to cost
but
you,
then
what,
You go to the.
$100 a year or whatever.
No, you just walk in and you go get like something from their little
The little
food window.
Dude,
Dude,
they do a mean ass hot dog there.
Yeah, and it's
like
like $1.50.
12 feet long and it's $1.50.
with a drink and everything.
Yep. My wife won't let me eat hot dogs anymore.
Believe me, when I go through those months where I don't sell any houses, and I'm
It's hot
wondering,
dogs and
I'm
beans.
wondering how I'm gonna feed the kid.
Weenies,
I'm like,
beanies,
you
and
know what?
cornbread.
Hey, stud, I think in somewhere in your piggy bank, I found $1.50. Let's head off to Costco.
Hey, I'm the recent transplant. I only know like 8 people here. Real estate career is a slow go, but it's coming along. So Costco. I get there, I get gas. I love Costco gas. And I motor over, this is like 8:30, 8:40, and I motor over to the main Costco store, and they don't open till 9. So I screwed the pooch on that, but I had a few minutes to just listen to some music, send some texts out, make a couple calls. And I noticed that people were getting in line, right, before the doors open. And it's sunny out, typical Reno morning, right? It's 40 degrees, it's sunny. And, I'm walking out of my car and I'm going up there and I see this dude and I'm like, hey, good morning. And he gives me a hearty good morning back. And I get in line and he ends up getting behind me and we're just chatting up. The lady from Costco's hamming it up and it's just a big old ham fest this morning. People are excited, they're happy. The dude behind me is a pastor. So I start talking to him, and he's talking about all these do-goody things that he's been doing. He's there shopping for food because post-COVID, they do a weekly dinner. I thought that was cool, spreading joy and just being real and trying to get people back together again. And it felt good. Everyone was happy.
Yeah.
But it all started with just a good morning, a hearty good morning.
Good morning.
It's weird how that works. One time I was getting a job, I was walking into the place, and then this guy was walking next to me, and I was like, oh, hey, how's it going? And just kind of chatting with him a little bit. That was the guy who was interviewing me. So it's just like, you never
Home
know.
run, dude.
Yeah, right? You never know how it goes, and you just, I think a rule of thumb, just give that nice, good energy right away.
Absolutely.
I got something out there as you say something like that. Now, to anyone out there that's a business owner in the process of doing some hiring, if there's anything in the world that I've ever wanted to do is
Pole dance.
pretend that I'm the person doing the interview. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
make somebody sit down. I start asking a bunch of questions, and then about 2 minutes into the interview, the person that actually owns or does the interviews comes in and is like, what are you doing? Why are you interviewing this person? I don't know why, but I've always wanted to just jokingly interview somebody.
Steal someone's interview.
And then just
Yeah.
to see their reaction when they're like, wait a minute, this was not
Right.
the interview process. Or this wasn't the interview. This is like some random person that just felt it was appropriate to start
Yeah.
interviewing me.
Sounds like an episode of Seinfeld.
I mean,
No,
it's
literally.
like, hey, well, as the owner or the person doing the hiring, man, you really, that'll tell you a lot about a person based
How are
on
they gonna react?
How they react to that kind of situation.
Yeah, because if someone's freaking out, you're like, well, that guy can't handle a switch up. Life's
Tell-
going to throw you a switch up.
Tell me
Amen.
that wouldn't be great.
That'd be pretty
I
good.
feel like I do that anyway.
That'd be,
I always ask a million questions, and I like to be that guy.
that'd be a good hidden camera show or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that would be a good skit on a show.
So if
sure.
anyone out there has got anyone they
Small
would like
business.
me to interview for a quick couple minutes, please give me a call.
That's good screening right there. I like it. Well, while before we had a technical difficulty, we were gonna say
We were
your
back
best
on those
pecan.
drinks.
Your best
Yeah.
pecan.
Oh, you asked who
Pecan.
we felt made the best.
Well, I'm
And
interested in the recipe myself because I don't have it yet.
I'll tell you the recipe. I really will. But anyone out there, I would love to see in the comments of your opinion, because there's probably going to be those that argue with me. But if I were to take my two best, I'd say Coney Island Bar and Louis Basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Louis was my answer.
Yeah.
That's the best.
I
That's the
gotta
best
try that
vibe. Louis,
I got to
the
try
total
Louis.
experience.
Have you ever been to Louis?
No.
Oh,
Is that that
no, they're
Basque
great
place?
ones.
Dude.
Basque. I'll tell you what.
Probably coolest restaurant here.
Yeah, it's a Basque, right? You go for dinner. It's family style seating. There might be you and your wife, and there might be 2 open seats. You're going to choose like an entree, but the whole rest of the stuff, the beans, the rice, the salad,
Right on.
everything else that comes, it comes out family style. You just start, you're eating with people you have no idea.
Bring
who
your
they are.
appetite.
But
Yeah,
you go
literally.
during lunch, I will not lie to you on this one. Lunchtime, you sit at the bar, or you can do it in the afternoon as long as you're just ordering from the bar. Their lamb burger.
Oh, wow. I've never tried that.
Best lamb burger ever.
Dang. Well, that's on the top burger list then. The lamb
There we
burger.
go.
See, and people don't know about it. I don't know about I didn't even know they serve burgers there.
You have to be at the bar.
Gotcha. That's a trick right there. And I just we had a cousin come back from a deployment the other week, and he had his engagement party there. The whole upstairs bar, another fun place to go. A lot of people, like I know a lot of the kids know about it, but like the bar's upstairs and it's open after like 8 p.m. on like Fridays and Saturdays, and it's really cool. Old-timey bar. They have
Nice.
cowboy karaoke.
Well, Luke, there's going to be a big difference. I guarantee that me and Todd are probably not out very much after 8 p.m.
Don't worry, me neither.
At that point in time, I'm probably like looking for my next Netflix episode or something on Amazon to watch.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
I tried staying out till like 11 this past weekend, and boy, I was like, man, I'm getting old. I'm ready for bed. It's like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm like, yeah.
No, but that place is a Reno staple. My grandma used to they'd do the rodeo parade, and she would hitch her horse out front back in the 70s and stuff. You used to be able to do that. Yeah, you could just roll up on a horse, hitch it, and go get a pecan.
Oh my God.
Speaking of that, I met your aunt.
Oh,
the other
yeah,
day.
yeah. What'd you think?
What's her name?
Sandy.
Sandy. Yeah, she
Yeah.
wasn't she the one that was in charge of the queens or the flags?
Yeah,
the flag girls?
She did the flag girls for a long. She was one in the 80s, and then became the lady who ran it for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
she's
met her
a
on
character.
St. Patty's Day.
Oh yeah, she told me that. Yeah, that'll be a fun person to have on here. She is a great time and just a real crazy woman that I love so much. Yeah. That's funny that you got it. He's met my mom and my aunt. My mom now works
Just
for the
out of the
rodeo
blue.
randomly.
Yeah, well,
it's
funny
all
enough-
rodeo. My mom just started there.
I had to talk to his mom on the phone earlier, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm getting ready to go meet up with your son." She's like, "Oh, well, wonderful. Tell him I said hi."
It's
So I
crazy.
walk in, "Hey, Luke, your mom says hi."
Wait a minute. How'd you have his mom's phone number?
She works at the
This
Reno
guy.
Rodeo office. She works for the Reno Rodeo now.
Yep.
She's our new controller there, and
Yeah.
I had some stuff that I needed some
I'll
stuff.
tell you what. I've been going to the Reno Rodeo. I've only lived here a year. I've gone to 3 Reno rodeos. The last
Really?
3 years in a row.
What do you think as a newcomer?
I love it.
That's awesome.
I love it. I got my cowboy on. I wear my hat, my
Yes,
boots, my
Exactly.
buckle.
I've
It's
seen the
just a good
boots.
time.
I've seen you wear the boots many times. I want to see the hat.
What is a real Reno cowboy outfit as far as boots and hat go?
You're asking the guy from Chicago?
Yeah, I don't know either though.
I want to know your. Yeah,
What are your
perspective.
thoughts?
I want to know what
Well,
you
I've
wear.
seen you have some pretty slick boots, and they look like either gator or something. Are those gator?
They're it's called a
Ostrich?
pure ruku fish.
Okay. Oh, it's a fish.
It's a basically a form of a sea bass, but it's
Oh my God.
the pure ruku itself is only in the Amazon.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Sounds illegal.
You got paid.
Were they
You got
poached?
to pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
For
Were they poached, right?
it. Believe me, you got to pay a lot of money for it.
That's sick.
So my outfit was just cowboy hat, and I got a new one from my daughter for my birthday. It was straw
Nice.
hat. Yeah,
What brand
nice.
was it?
I don't remember. I went for cheap. It was like $60.
Well, yeah, my mom
And
is-
cowboy boots.
Apparently, they swear by Resistol. Is the swear by at the Reno Rodeo? They're giving her. They're like, you have to get a Resistol hat. Sorry.
It's,
You don't have to, but it is.
It's a good hat.
Preferred.
Yeah.
They're great
Gotcha.
hats. They're everything. So then, what would be your perspective of what?
Well, growing up here, we always made fun of people who did this, who wore the outfits at the rodeo, and it was like we made fun of it heavily. But now as I've gotten older, like I can let people enjoy things, and now I'm like, actually, it's cool. And what other place does this? Like, it's really fun to dress up and have fun and go into the different bars and stuff that they have. I love it. I think as a kid, it's also a bit of a high school meetup, which is also a little brutal sometimes. Yeah, because you go there and you're like, oh my God, this is everybody I ever knew from high school. Like, it's a reunion almost. And as I was younger, I was like terrified of that. But now as I get older and you enjoy networking and meeting people, you're like, oh, well, this is actually pretty fun to see all these people again.
So I always laugh sometimes as you see, people rolling around the Reno Rodeo and, they look good. Got a nice cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
They got their nice boots on. And they got a pair of jeans on that are so tight that you couldn't imagine. But my only thing that goes through my mind as somebody that, rides a horse and stuff is, I would love to see that individual get on a horse with them jeans. They're so tight. Yeah, I'd like to see, because I have
sounds like an ass splitter.
I mean, well, you have specific jeans that I will, when I ride a horse, that are longer for a reason, and so that when you're on there, it's your pant legs aren't all the way up to the top of your boot, and then that's sometimes how you can really tell when somebody really does ride a horse is
length of jean.
The length, they're not normal jeans that I would wear on a normal day-to-day basis, but if I actually am going out to ride, those specific jeans are a lot longer.
Right, and I've heard the dead giveaway is if you can see the shaft of the boot. If you can see that the pant is like gripping that, and like you can see the outline of the top of the boot, then you're not wearing the right cowboy jeans. I've heard that's the giveaway, because it should be like a nice loose, covers it and bunches up a little on the bottom.
Yeah,
that's sense. What I've heard. So if you can see the top of the boot, your pants are too skinny.
Yep. I know that same rule.
Yeah.
Even
I've heard that's
Chicago.
a giveaway. Yeah. But it's interesting. It's and then what are your thoughts on the blinged out cowboy stuff? Is that a Reno thing?
You mean like bedazzled jeans?
Yes, yeah.
If she's hot, that's cool.
No, I'm talking dudes. Dudes are wearing bedazzled jeans nowadays.
I've only seen a couple.
Okay.
Don't know if I've seen too many of them.
Yeah, or like the white stitching and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
It can be good.
Hey, you know what though, and I'm also not here to judge. The Reno Rodeo or just in general.
They're just
all
tips
I'm
to
here
blend
for
in.
is everybody to go and have the best time they can, because it is, if you ask me, the best event that Reno has.
Right.
Every single year after year. So yeah, please don't take any judgment on my behalf.
No.
You just go out there and have the most fun that you can.
Exactly.
I won't miss. I'm going this year.
Yeah.
Good. My daughter got tickets already.
These are just tips, like to feel like you're maybe not standing out. But at the end of the day, I think it's cool when people wear crazy stuff. It's just like, have fun. Just like letting people have fun, letting people enjoy themselves. I don't think, as you get older,
Luke,
that's actually fun.
You sound so enlightened, brother.
I will tell you,
That's coming from a former judger, a Reno former judger.
If we're talking about that, then I got to go get me a pair of those boots that have the tips and then the curl.
Oh, yeah. Those are vaquero boots.
I'm going to go find me a pair of those.
Yes. I respect it. Yeah.
As I spend my night in the arena, I could see myself running around with the big curl on the toe tip.
Yes.
I don't see you ever wearing those.
I would,
no matter how cheap they are.
I'd be face down in the dirt of that arena the whole entire night.
6 Picons.
So are you getting in a wagon or anything this year for your role?
That I don't know. Well, they just the president of the year is the one that makes the decision
Makes all that,
on who gets to ride in the wagon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Well, I think that I'm gonna try to do the steer decorating. My aunt said Sandy's gonna sponsor me to do it. So find some friends.
Tell her to go
explain.
do it soon.
What the heck are you guys talking
about? We only have about 26 teams left.
Okay.
So we're almost sold out.
Oh, dang. Okay, I got to get on.
So to explain that,
steer decorating.
Yeah, go for it.
Sounds dangerous.
So I put on one of the committees
and he
in the
runs
Reno Rodeo that I run it's called the Businessman Steer Decorating. The 2-man teams. One comes out. There's 18 steer. Well, there's 10 chutes. We only have 18 teams. So 9 of these chutes are loaded with 2 steers. They give you a rope on the other end. Your partner is on the other side of the arena against the wall. Horn will go off. Those chutes will open. all 18 steers will come out. One of them, you're to hold on to it. Right as the shotgun gets blown, the other people from across the arena go booking across it. They got a ribbon, they got to tie around the tail and make their way back. It's pure chaos. I've done it.
It sounds pretty funny.
I myself
sounds like it's right up there with
actually,
mutton busting.
That one's a lot of fun too.
Oh man, that's my
actually
It is.
favorite.
It's like
That's my
adult,
favorite thing.
It's like
One of my
adult mutton
favorites,
busting.
I get to put all the kids on the sheep there, so that's
Oh,
that's a lot of
fun.
fun. So you get to see the crying ones, you get to see the happy ones, you get the nervous ones. It's a
There
lot
was
of
this
fun.
little dude this past season that rode for like 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, some of them know what they're doing.
Do you ever get kids that are just locked in and laser focused?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
All the time. That's what I'm saying. You get those that are crying so bad they don't
Yeah.
want to get on, and we won't make them, right? So
Yeah.
if they don't want to do it, we're not going to force any kid to do it. But usually, I'm pretty good at calming them down and getting them on there. You get happy, you get sad, you get locked in, laser focused. You get just in general, right? And I'm usually pretty good at pinpointing which one I could tell you is gonna actually stay on that thing pretty
that's
long.
funny.
The guy with his hands like this already.
No, there is a technique of how I put them on there to try to keep them to stay on longer. I can't disclose that.
Right. No technique, no tips.
Hey, before I forget, I'm just going to have to call out our buddy in crime, our fourth wheel here, Chad Mena, and missing him today, and our thoughts and prayers go out to him.
Yes, he will be on future episodes. Couldn't make it today with some family stuff, and looking forward to having him on here. He's a great dude, great realtor, and
Amen.
yeah, exactly. I think we're about out of storage on our stuff, so we got to figure out how to do everything again.
That's good because I need to go to the bathroom pretty bad.
Perfect. Well, I think that's going to wrap up our first episode. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. Let us know what you'd like to see in the future.
Woo, woo.
Good job. Good job. Let's
Nice
go.
job.
There's little sound things on here that I can build like a soundboard. Like, listen to this one. I just did this at the end. I can add our own stuff on there, which will be really funny.